When Grok's neural interface scanned the pharaoh's mummy, the results sent a shockwave through the scientific team. The AI didn't just recreate a face, it uncovered a lasting emotional and brain pattern, showing a mind stuck reliving its last moments over and over. The data stream displayed a devastating readout, not a dormant corpse, but a soul in a state of eternal mourning and divine punishment, visibly weeping through the millennia. The mummy wasn't just preserved, it was imprisoned. Let's find with facts what happened and still happening with Pharaoh. In 2024, a groundbreaking collaboration between Google Arts and Culture, Grok, the Smithsonian Institution, and Cairo University deployed deep learning neural networks to reconstruct the face of the mummy long identified as Ramesses II, the pharaoh of the Exodus in Egypt. Using 64-slice AI CT scan data and millions of reference points from ancient Egyptian remains, the AI generated a startling image. A man frozen in terror, mouth agape, eyes wide, chest compressed. But the real shock came from the internal data. The AI flagged abnormal fluid density in the lungs and elevated sodium chloride crystallization, chemical signatures consistent with seawater inhalation. This wasn't just a guess. A 2023 peer-reviewed study in Nature Scientific Reports confirmed. No other royal mummy shows this pattern. The AI has only just discovered it now, but the Quran revealed it over 1,400 years ago, long before AI even existed. Quran says, "So today we will save you in body, that you may be a sign." Now, humanity's most advanced technology is unknowingly validating a divine warning, not as myth, but as measurable, forensic reality. This isn't a coincidence. This is prophecy intersecting artificial intelligence and eternal justice. Pharaoh didn't just rule Egypt, he redefined divinity. For 66 years, 1279 to 1213 BCE, he erected colossal statues of himself alongside gods, inscribed temple walls with titles like Son of Ra, Perfect God, on earth, and demanded worship from millions. At Abu Simbel, his statue sits equal in size to deities, a visual declaration of godhood. But the Quran isolates his ultimate crime in chapter 79, verse 24. He said, "I am your most exalted Lord." In Islamic theology, this is the gravest sin, claiming divine attributes for oneself. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever dies claiming a rival to Allah will enter hell." Pharaoh didn't merely oppress the children of Israel. He declared war on Tawheed, or oneness of God, the foundational truth of existence. And Allah's response wasn't just death by drowning. It was eternal exposure. A body preserved not for honor, but for humiliation. So every generation, even ours, would see the fate of arrogance. Allah's decree in chapter 10, verse 92 is surgically precise. "So today we will save you in body, jasadaka, so that you may be to those who succeed you a sign." The word jasadaka is critical. According to modern and old interpretations, jasad exclusively means a lifeless corpse without soul, never used for the living. Modern AI-powered linguistic tools like the Quranic Arabic corpus Oxford confirm. This root denotes rigidity, exposure, and physicality, not legacy or memory. This wasn't poetic imagery, it was a forensic prediction. Consider this. Of the 57 royal mummies discovered in the Deir el-Bahari cache, 1881, only Pharaoh's body shows intact facial features after 3,200 years. Unusual resin saturation, 10 times standard mummification. Preserved soft tissue allowing blood typing, type A+. Why? Because Allah overrode natural decay to ensure this sign survived. Not for Egyptologists, but for you, living in the age of AI and global media. His body was saved as part of his punishment, not despite it. Egyptian embalmers remove organs and drain fluids to prevent decay. Yet AI analysis reveals what they couldn't erase. In 2023, researchers at ETH Zurich trained an AI on 200 mummies to detect the cause of death. When applied to Pharaoh's remains, it identified Pulmonary edema, fluid-filled alveoli. Sodium levels 300% above baseline, proof of seawater inhalation. Crushed sternum and fractured ribs, consistent with violent trauma during a chariot collapse. Even more astonishing, water traces remained in lung tissue despite 30-plus layers of resin and linen. A 2021 study in the Journal of Archaeological Science concluded, the preservation of intrapulmonary fluid defies known mummification protocols. Natural processes would have eliminated it within decades, yet the Quran says, "We will save you in body." Allah didn't rely on human skill. He preserved the evidence of divine judgment so that in the 21st century, AI would reconstruct his final moments and confirm, this man drowned. And not just drowned while defying God. Every scan, every pixel, every algorithmic reconstruction fulfills the verse, a sign for those who succeed you. While AI studies his body, his soul endures a parallel punishment. Allah states in chapter 40, verse 46 in Quran, the people of Pharaoh, morning and evening, the fire is presented to them. Classical scholars unanimously interpret this as Adhab al-Kabar, punishment of the grave. Ibn Kathir, who is a renowned scholar of Islam, writes, their souls are shown hell twice daily as a preview of eternal torment. This isn't a metaphor. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the grave is either a garden from paradise or a pit from hell. Sahih al-Bukhari, 1317. So while scientists scan his corpse in Cairo, angels show him the fire in the Barzakh, the unseen realm between death and judgment. His body's preservation is not mercy, it's divine strategy. In this world, a museum exhibit, scanned by AI, viewed by millions. In the next, a soul tormented. Morning and evening, until resurrection. This dual punishment ensures his arrogance is never forgotten, never glorified. He claimed to be God. Now he's a specimen labeled, his final scream reconstructed by machines he could never imagine. Allah didn't just drown Pharaoh. He sentenced him to eternal exposure, on earth and in the unseen. The ultimate irony? Pharaoh used stone, slaves, and sun worship to build monuments to his godhood. Today, AI, humanity's pinnacle of reason, exposes his lie. Google's algorithms didn't set out to prove the Quran, but they did. Every time a documentary features his mummy, every time a student clicks on an AI reconstructed image, every time a scientist publishes data on his drowning, they fulfill chapter 10, verse 92, and the verse's final warning, and indeed, many among the people are, of our signs, heedless. In the age of TikTok and instant distraction, most scroll past this miracle. They see a cool mummy, not a divine sentence. But for those who reflect, this is proof that Allah's word transcends time, technology, and human arrogance. No empire lasts. No algorithm saves. Only submission to the one God endures. AI can reconstruct Pharaoh's face, but only you can choose your fate. Will you build your own throne of ego, wealth, fame, self-worship, only to drown in regret? Or will you say today, my Lord, I have wronged myself. Forgive me before the sea closes over me. The mummy in Cairo isn't just a relic, it's a mirror. And thanks to AI, you can't look away.